left.
Don't do it, Rowdy.
Got one inside.
It's getting dicey up there.
Damn it. I'm sick and tired of these people doing stupid fucking moves. What is going on with all the checkered flags and stuff? I have no idea what's going on there. This is kind of trippy, but I'm going with it. It kind of goes with the theme of racing, right? So you saw that at the beginning. I'm sick and tired of a certain driver. I can't say every time he gets around me, but it's damn near every time, and I'm just getting completely sick and tired of it. I actually put together a montage of how often he hits me and gets into me. That's why it said share factor at the end of that. Because I actually had a montage. I was putting together a montage. I spent this morning putting together 15 times he's put me into the wall. 15. I counted them. 15 times. In the past, I think it went back 3 months, something like that. 15 times. That's crazy. So there, if you were watching, play it back. Pretty sure he just got Hamrick up into the wall. It's ridiculous. The same driver every time just plows his way through the front. He ain't gonna like me after this, and I do not care. Somebody's got to say something. You know how many times I've been messaged? Man, this is trippy with my eyes are checkered flags. That's kind of cool. I'm going with it. But I don't care. I mean, I really don't care. I am so sick and tired of it. It's the same old shit. I think it was Eldora. I went back and I watched Eldora. I did watch that last night because I was so fired up and pissed off. And a couple of people got together. He kept on the throttle, just plowed right through and made the wreck even worse when he got the win. I think it was Eldora. Could be wrong on that. And I can't say every time that he's around me, but 15 times. Come on. It's ridiculous. What a race Dirt and I had right here. They say that we're hearing that in the new game that that we're going to have real multiple lines, and I hope that's true. Right here, you're going to see how two people can battle and keep it clean. If I was a certain other person, I know it wouldn't have been clean. A couple other people may not have been clean. I don't know. There's only one person I've ever seen gets real dirty in here. But you see, you're going to see a lot of times I get underneath dirt slinger here. And make contact a little bit, but never is it putting into the wall. I get into her purposely 1 or 2 times, just nudge to try to get her up over that line. So like, look right here, look how close we're racing, totally clean. But she's got that high line going. That's the high line around here, and it sucks. Like through 1 and 2, you could have multiple lanes that are pretty fast, but it just sucks on this game that it's really one lane at almost every track. There are a couple tracks where you can, have multiple lanes going. If if you have custom setups, maybe it's better, but we run sliders. I don't have the time to do the whole custom setup thing. But yeah, Dirt and I just going at it, and it gets even better here as I start to warm the tires up and as I get to learn the lane. And like right here, side by side, running this hood view is scary sometimes because I always want to keep it clean. I don't want to be known as that guy who's bumping and banging everybody. But at the same time, I got to get racy. I got to try to do what I got to do. So I'm trying to get as high as I can to that high line and get this shot coming off the corner without hitting Dirt Slinger here. And I started getting some pretty good runs, like right here. And I could have went the track. Like you seen somebody else do at the beginning of this video. But it would have cut her nose. She would have been in the wall, and her race would have been done and over with. If I could have got by her, I'm pretty sure I could have caught Rowdy. But, it is what it is. I'm not going to ruin Dirt's race, so that way I could go and advantage myself. And I don't care if people get on, hey, I'm sorry about that. I'm not picking on anybody here when I say this, but let's say Beer Stick. And Beer Stick's never done me wrong ever, so I don't want people think I'm picking on Beer Stick at all. I'm just an example. Let's say Beer Stick would get into me and hit me in the wall, and he would say, hey man, I'm sorry about that, a total accident, I thought I had you cleared. Hey, that's fine, that's cool. I've done it to people. I did it to Hamrick at Jacobs. Once in a while, things are going to happen. That's fine. You know, and it'll be, it's done, it's over with. But when the same person within the last 3 months has put you in the wall 15 fucking times, there is no, hey, I'm sorry about that. Now it's just, it's war. Now that's what it is. So here you see here, I'm trying the new line. The low line wasn't working. What I'm doing is I'm trying to get more momentum, because the high side will get, coming out of turns 1 and 2, get you more momentum going into turn 3, so you get more speed. So that's why my thought process right there. See, I'm going up. I had to lift, because I was going to go right up into dirt right there. So the race is halfway over, and that was not on purpose. That was not where I said I got into her. I came up the track a little bit there. She came down the track. That was just a racing deal. Something happens. No harm, no foul. Nobody lost a spot. Nobody wrecked. I'm doing everything I can now to try to get momentum. I really liked working the low line. And coming up here pretty soon is when I think I try to give her a bump and run. You see, giving her plenty of room there, not crowding her. You know, I mean, it's pretty obvious. Even if I were to get around her right now, the odds of me catching up to Rowdy would be pretty slow. So right there, you see, I'm trying to get my rear wheels right there by the cushion to get a launch. But again, running that hood view, it's dicey, because you don't know 100% where things are gonna, you know, where the person above you is gonna be at. I'm hoping in the new game maybe they give us a little bit wider view, so that way we have more of an idea. And yeah, I could pan to the right to see where she's at, but when you do that, all it takes is that quick a time for your car to do something where you got to react. This is really tripping me out, the whole checkered flag thing. I don't know why it's doing that. I didn't set that. I don't know why it's doing that. It's pretty cool though. My eyes are checkered flags. See this? Okay, I think, yep, right there. That was on purpose. That was just a little rub to see if I could get her to go a little bit higher, but she countered it perfectly. She was like, I'll take your rub and go fuck your couch and keep my second position. Man, we had a hell of a great battle going here. Side by side. Nobody's hitting each other, keeping it clean. She's going to get a huge run right here. So again, I'm going to the high side to try to get that momentum. And I kind of screwed myself right there. I screwed the pooch. Looks kind of choppy on my screen. I don't know what's going on with that. Maybe it's because I was mixing so many videos earlier. I don't know. Like I said, I've worked on that montage. There was some of those hits that I just plain old forgot. And not all the hits were like directly him hitting directly me into the wall. It was him getting underneath people, hitting people, people coming up and ended up hitting me. And I'm not going to go ahead and make the montage. I'm not going to put that much time and effort and all that into it. It is what it is. I mean, if somebody wants to do me dirty that much. And you know, the thing is, there was a few races, you know, during that Kansas race, there was times where he'd get underneath me and he wouldn't touch me. There was times during the late model heat race he would get underneath me and wouldn't hit me. But when the points counted, that's when the hits come. And I can tell you one thing right now, I'm not putting up with it anymore. I have 15 hits to give out. Man, this is a good race. See, like right there, try to get up as high as I could, then bring it down, get the momentum. And it kind of worked. I pulled up beside her again. It's just that high line through 1 and 2. She had that line down pat. There was just nothing I can do. And then coming up here pretty soon, I just screwed the pooch. I started to get desperate. I mean, real desperation maybe would have been bumper up the track, hit her, but I'm not like that. If I ever do hit people up the track or have done it, believe me when I tell you, it is not intentional at all. That's just not the way that I run. That's not the way I want to be known. I have hit people. I have bumped people up the track before. You know, like I said, sometimes shit happens. And I can deal with, you know what, shit happens. That Kansas thing, I know it ain't like Rowdy turned right and came up the track, but it could have been avoided. Definitely could have been avoided. Yeah, I think coming up right here is where I screw the pooch big time. Yep, diving in there too low.
I got
Trying to go that desperation.
Good
Shoots
race,
me up the
Dirt.
track.
You got me.
And that's the race. It's done and over with from there.
Time evolving, yeah.
So, Dirt, hell of a good
I did
race.
everything I had. I just could not pull you off that high line.
I tell you what, if I would have hit that wall, and if it would have been a 100-lap race, I think Dirt and I probably would have been side by side for 100 laps. She did an amazing job holding that high line, making it work. I thought I did a pretty good job being down on the low side, making that low side
Damn,
work.
that was a hell of a race.
It's just, you know, with this particular game, these tracks, they're so one lane, and
Wow.
I'm
Come on,
really
man.
hoping that the new game
One of us were
sticks true to the word where there is multiple lanes on the
Like, we were
tracks.
side by side for I'd say well over half of that race.
well over half of that.
Hamrick down 24 laps. He probably didn't even finish. Like I said, you see in the beginning, if you rewind that, you look up there when Rowdy was side by side. You know, he's the king of shooting gaps and just plowing through a field, and looked like he hit Hamrick. Hamrick is hitting the wall, straight to the back.
Yeah.
I tell you, somebody needs to tell somebody to calm the fuck down. I mean, my God, it's these are 40 lap races on dirt. If you just let off the gas and then get back on and settle in line, you may lose a few tenths. And then just work your way through. If you get through, you get through. If not,
Eddie's.
no, then I guess maybe we should stop doing the whole draw before the race thing or something. I don't know.
Good luck, boys.
All right, so here we go. Now watch the two people in the front row. I have no idea what happens here. The 19 up, bam.
Holy moly.
I don't know. You see, I'm in the middle, then I see that whoever that was. Here we come.
Oh my gosh. Come
Oh
on.
shit! I moved that. I forgot I moved that. Well, you saw at the beginning. But you see just how much bullshit that was. You know, if you go to the beginning of the video, I don't know. Usually it keeps the clip right there. I don't know why it didn't move it back. But anyways, saw the beginning of the video. Saw what happened. I mean, I had a pretty fast car. I think I would have had a shot at the lead. But after a while, I'm just like, I don't give a shit. You know. Be honest with you, I'm probably done with this dirt league. It's just too much bullshit. It's like almost every fucking week, it's the same thing with the same person just plowing their way to the front. And feelings are gonna be hurt, I know, and you guys know me, I do not care.
That start was bullshit.
Drop an FU at me, talk shit, I do not care. I never ever do the whole name thing, but I've had a couple, I can't say a lot, I've had a couple. We're going to be all fairness and honest here. A couple people message me, hey, did you record that race? Because I want to see what he did at the beginning of that race.
Oh.
See, there's NASCAR now. We're going at it pretty good. A little rubbing there. Ooh, looked like he hit the wall or something, went up. But, yeah, like I said, there's been a couple of times where people have messaged me, hey, did you record that? I want to see what he did. And sure as shit, it'll be him just absolutely plowing through the field.
He didn't even hit me.
Got to win it on the first lap, you know. Some people's mottos are like that, and that's one of them that has that motto: win it on the first lap, plow through everybody. You know, shooting gaps is fine if the gap is there to where you ain't going to hit anybody, and you can shoot the gap and make it through. By all means, shoot the gap, make it through. If it's first lap and the gap's there, somebody's way on the low side, somebody's way up here, and you got a shot right through the middle, shoot that gap. There's nothing wrong with that. If you don't hit anybody and there's plenty of room, but when two people are like this and you try to shoot through and you're banging off of people, you're sending somebody up in the wall, somebody down the track, like I know 110% because it was in the montage that I was making. That's not right. Don't do that. Just wait. At this point, I really don't care. I'm just out here kind of driving. At this point, I'm already thinking I'm going to log out. I had a buddy of mine messaging me, let's shoot. And shooting sounded a lot more fun than this right here. I might go back and edit the Cedar Lake thing in. Where he started on the pole, I started on the outside pole, going into turn 1, lap 1, goes right up to the top of the track, hits me into the wall, and I damn near stop and get freaking just absolutely obliterated. Everybody knows that if you start on the inside rows through 1 and 2, you keep it down low. Unless in your mirror you see the car that's above you go shooting back for some reason, you keep it on the low side. Keep it down low. You don't make your way to the top. Yeah, right now I'm so frustrated at what happened at the beginning. I'm driving like absolute dog shit. And I do not care. I even had somebody, and I will never do the name thing, but I had somebody message me, you know, when they got done, hey, what happened? Up front at the beginning. And I was up front and honest with this individual. I'm like, the same person that always plows their way to the front. Plowed their way to the front, put me in the wall, put whoever it was, I can't remember, into the wall. And then going into turn 1, turn down and wreck somebody. I mean, it was just chaos. I mean, what happened right off rip going into turn 1, lap 1, he had nothing to do. Well, that was what it was. But all the chaos at the beginning after that was all for one person. And so that way that one person could go from 5th to 1st right off rip. Just absolutely destroyed 3 people's race to get the lead on the first lap. And as I always say, getting into people once in a while is going to happen. Even in real life, you see it. You see it all the time. Look at Bobby Pierce when they were at I think it was Bobby Pierce, right? Yeah, at Fairbury. They had that special, that 3-day event over there at Fairbury. You know, Bobby Pierce, he was getting into some people coming through. And he didn't plain old wreck them, but he was getting to them enough that there's some major contact. I mean, shit happens. You're going to get into people once in a while. This is still tripping me out. My eyes are checkered flags. I'm not wearing a checkered. Look at it. Even the flag over here is checkered. It actually makes the. See, there's nothing checkered in this room, so I don't know why it's checkered. You see there, I quit. I didn't give a shit. I was like, fuck it. I don't give a fuck. So I'm gonna get FUs from somebody, and I do not care because I hate racing with you. You make it no fun for a lot of people. Like, subscribe, do a lot of other shit. I don't give a fuck anymore. I'm done with that dirt league. See y'all later.